Okay guys, hey, welcome back to another Minecraft video. I know it's been a while. I have really been trying to record videos, but it's been hard because I've sucked at Skywars recently. I recently just, have started playing again, and I will be recording, and I will have an upload schedule eventually. I know, it's hard, because I don't have an upload schedule yet, but I will have one, because I might be getting my own computer soon, so that'll be fine. But, this is going to be a voiceover, that's why you guys cannot hear my clicking. But yeah, this is going to be a voiceover, and this is going to be how to how to get better at Skywars, how to get more wins, and just be able to play the game without, really having to try that much. Now, these tips aren't going to be, these are going to be my tips that I personally, these are not off of other people's videos, but, there's going to be some tips that are obvious in this video, and there's going to be other tips that aren't. But, yeah, and then I'm also going to be showing kits and perks that I prefer for you to get first, and which ones would be the best ones to get. And I'll be going into the lobby and showing you guys that, the kits and perks that I mean. And I'll show you where they are in the shop, and then and I'll show you, and I'll rank them on a slide, best to worst. But into our first tip, guys. Our first tip is to practice. I know everyone says this, but if you practice and keep at it and don't give up, you will eventually get there. I almost quit Minecraft so many times because I couldn't get a single Skywars win. A solo win, at least. And this is all for solo, by the way. These are not duo. I will, if you guys like these videos, then I will eventually do a duos or squad, or not squad, I'm thinking of Fortnite, but eventually I will do another one if you guys like this and you like me commentating and showing you guys this is gameplay that I just recorded because I couldn't find any gameplay. But yeah, but the first tip, like I said, is you have to practice. If you're not good at certain things, I will clarify later in this video what to do, and I'll put a time frame at the top right of the screen for you guys, which ones are what the time frames, and I'll put them in the link down below as well, the time frames and what you guys need for specific people. Okay, second tip would be to rush if you are a rusher. If you are a rusher and you can PvP, which I am not good at this, by the way, rush. Just go to mid as quickly as you can, but grab your chests first, of course, because those chests are really needed, and then give you armor free to protect yourself, because you can eventually do that. And then this other tip is to, if you cannot PvP very well, like if you cannot, like, 10 heart someone, then don't do that. Try something else. Try to stay at your base and get these kits that I personally choose, which would be good defender kits, and I'll show you, I'll put like 2 columns for you guys. But that is that. And the next tip is that if you guys just can't seem to get a win, you're so frustrated, I promise you, if you stay calm, then you will get the win that you want. If you stay calm, don't rage, because I used to rage a lot. I would scream at my computer, and it does not help you get better at all. I swear, it doesn't help at all. If you guys are doing it, then take a break for like a day. Take a day break. Don't take like a 10-minute break from the game. Take an hour or more. Because I would take a day off of Minecraft because I would get so mad at the game. So just don't rage, and it will really help. And I know that's hard to say, but raging is so easy at video games because you got so far and then you lose. Trust me, I do that all the time in Fortnite because I can't deal with it. I can't deal with losing. But yeah, that's that tip for you guys, and that would be the end of this video for this section of the video. But on to our next tip. Okay guys, next tip. The next tip is to have hotkeys if you have a mouse. I know people have hotkeys on their mouse. I have hotkeys for my mouse. I suggest to set up your hotkeys, get used to them, go into duels and learn your hotkeys for, the Skywars game. And I'll show you guys my hotkeys. My hotkeys are my top mouse, or my top hotkey would be my side hotkeys are, there's 2 hotkeys on my side mouse, on the side of my mouse, my bad. But one of them is for my 7th slot on my you know, bar down below. And that slot is for my gapples and healing items. And then my other one, which is probably the most important one to have, would be my 9th one. You don't have to copy my hotkeys. You can keep it as much as however you want it. You can have like a fishing rod or whatever. But my next hotkey would be E-Pearls, which are in my 9th hotkey, because I need E-Pearls quickly and to rush away, and I don't use a rod. So you guys will have to, if you guys are good at rods, then of course use your rod and put a hotkey for that if you guys want to. I don't have a sword hotkey. I just use my first key, or like my number 1 key on my keyboard, and that's how I get to my sword as quickly as I can, because that's difficult. But yeah, that's that for that tip. Okay, guys. The next tip that I am going to give you, it's just a small, short tip that I'm giving you. It's not that big of one. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but it's one that I suggest because I do this a lot, and it's really helpful. It really helps me get the win sometimes because I know I can use it to my advantage. But this small little tip that I'm talking about is, if you guys find snowballs, take them, and take eggs and all that stuff, because the throwable items can be really used. It can help stop people from comboing you by throwing them at them, knocking them backwards, and they can also knock them into the void and stuff. People don't usually take their eggs and snowballs, but it's something that I suggest doing because it can help in certain situations. Not in all situations, but it can help knock people into the void if you can't personally do it yourself. And that's just a small tip because it's not one that everyone usually does. But there are certain items in the game that people overlook and they don't use them for reasons, and I don't know why, because some of them you can use. Like, I overlook the fishing rod, but I can't use the fishing rod. If I eventually were to learn how to use the fishing rod, then I would use the fishing rod. Like, I could just set it to a hotkey if I had enough hotkeys, but I don't have a hotkey for my mouse that I can put on it because I already have it, unless I removed my hotkey for something else and then put it there instead. But that's just a small little tip, so on to the next tip, guys. Okay, now this tip isn't that big of a tip, but it's a good tip for you guys if you guys want to. If you want to use it to your advantage, like if you don't have that many perks and stuff, then use it to your advantage because it can really help. But use a fishing rod. I know people don't use fishing rods sometimes, but fishing rods really do help. I don't use fishing rods personally because I can't use them to my advantage, but if you guys are good at PvP and stuff like that, then use the fishing rods. Use other throwable items that you can use, because those items are really helpful and they can, do it. And sorry there's no volume on this recording right now because I was talking in the middle of it and I didn't want to. I didn't want you guys hearing my talking because I didn't commentate over it. But it's something that you guys can do. And if you guys do kill someone and you are at low health, run away. Because either that or drink a potion or something. I don't know. Throw a potion down because it can really do that. And if you guys, this is another tip, by the way. If you guys are really low and you have no armor, then play it defensively. I know if you guys, if you can 10 heart someone, then go ahead and try. But if you don't have a chest plate and you just have helmet, pants, and legs, that's what happens to me sometimes. Or boots as well. If that happens to me sometimes in the middle of the game, I don't have anything. So I suggest just playing it defensively like I am right now in the recording. I don't have that good enough armor as the full diamond dude. So I'm playing it defensively until one of them kills the other. And eventually in this recording, the dude E-Pearls, which just happened, and then the person with no armor goes ahead and knocks them into the void because they were able to knock him into the void using something right there. And then I rushed him in because I can take on this person that has no armor because they don't have a chest plate. And I know that I can because I have a sharp 2 sword, so I can just easily do that. Okay guys, these are the kits that I personally suggest. They're not the ones that other YouTubers use. Sometimes they use them, but sometimes they don't. But these are the kits that I suggest personally. These are the kits that I am decent at and I can actually win the game with. And I'll tell you which ones I mostly win at and which ones that I personally would like more. And it's numbered, these are my top 5 for each 2 game modes, and the first one is the one that I suggest using a lot, or most of the time, and the other ones are just ones that I would use sometimes if I am doing it. So, in insane mode, the kit that I suggest using the most would be the inner chest, because it gives you 4 chests, and you can get almost full diamond armor sometimes if you are really lucky, and you can get full armor from it instead of jumping. And you also get a golden apple, and having a golden apple on use is the best, because you can easily chug it if someone is coming towards you and they do have more armor than you. Then you can chug it, and you could possibly have enough health to hit them into the void. And this also it's just the kit that I use the most, or at least whenever I was a beginner. I suggest getting this kit first if you are wanting to play insane mode, because it really does help, and it can get you really good stuff. The second kit that I suggest using for insane mode, and this is insane mode, is the armor smith, because you can make either a sharp 2 sword or prot 3 anything. Now, what I suggest doing is, if you do have full diamond armor, or if you have diamond pants, put the prot on diamond pants. I used to put the prot on something else. I think it was the boots, but I did not. My friend David, link down below to his YouTube channel, like I said earlier, told me that to put it on my pants, and it really does help. So if you do use this kit, put the prot on the pants, because you get either a prot 1 or sharpness. If you don't have a sharp sword, then wait to kill someone. But if you do have diamond pants, and do that. It comes with 64 XP bottles, a anvil, and a sharp 1 or prot 3 book. So I suggest using this kit is the second kit. Now, the third kit is the Ecologist. The Ecologist is really good for rushing mid. You can also use this in normal mode, but this is the kit that I would use to get my daily challenges done super quickly if you're wanting to do that and get more XP and to get wins. You break the chest at your base, and then you build all the way to mid, and you have armor, and then you can look in the chests at mid and get your armor and the E-pearls or the gapples that you need to win the game. And you can do that really simply, and it's really easy to do it, and it's a really quick way. The fourth one for insane mode would be the Enderman kit. The Enderman kit is really helpful because it can, if you don't have an E-pearl and you are in the middle of a fight and you really want to escape, and you know that the other person does not have Ender pearls, use this kit, because it can help in some situations, like if you're in the middle of a fight and you're at like 2 hearts, you can easily use it to go. Now, it does give you slowness. I don't know if it's slowness 2 or slowness 1, but it gives you slowness, and you can only use this after like the first 40 seconds of the game, so don't expect for you to rush someone and use it immediately. It's only good for if you're in the middle of the game, I suggest. And yeah, that's for that one. And then the final one for insane mode would be the grenade kit. The grenade kit, I know, it comes with the creeper, and the creeper can be terrible, but it is really good. So like if you're in the middle of a fight and you do use the grenade kit, and the other person has like 3 hearts and you have like 1 heart, you can place him down, and you can E-pearl back if you do have E-pearls, and you can run away or something like that, and he does deal a lot of damage. The grenade, aka the creeper, does a lot of damage. So that's that for that one. Now for normal mode, these are just the ones that I suggest. They're not the good ones, they're just kits that I threw in that I really think that people would like to use if they do normal mode, because normal mode is a good starting game for people. I started on insane mode because I was really good at it at the point. I was decent at the game. But here are the kits. Normal mode, the first one, Knight. Knight gives you a sharp 2, I think, golden sword, I don't know. But it is good to start off, and like if you are in a really close quarters map, you could easily rush with someone with a diamond helmet. Or not a diamond helmet, you get a gold helmet that has prot 3, I think. And the prot 3 or prot 2, I don't know how much it is, but it is really useful for rushing people in that game mode. Second one, armor. It gives you full gold except for your helmet. So you have to find a helmet, but it is really good for rushing too. If you do get on a close quarters map and you have a sword, then you can easily rush, and it also helps you because if you do find like full leather armor, you at least have a helmet for leather and then full gold at the bottom. Next, I suggest the Princess. The Princess kit is awesome, except it comes with 3 types of leather armor, different colored, but these are really good for, it's really good because she comes with the flame bow. And the flame bow, it only has a little bit of durability, but once you find a normal bow, you have a flame 1 normal bow, or a flame 1 power 3 bow if you find a power 3 bow in the middle of the game. But it is really good because it can flame people, and flame is something that you desperately need in the game because people will have very little armor and it will catch them on fire and really help you in the game. 4th one, Energix, and the Energix kit, they nerfed this a long time ago, but you have to drink the potion, but it's good for if you do have no health, but you are wanting to kill someone, then you can use the Energix, and it'll give you strength for like 5 or 6 seconds, I don't know, but yeah, it's something that I suggest using, because it's really helpful. Now, finally, the Jester kit. I have not used this, but I know it's really good because you can get a random sword. So like you can get a diamond sharp 1 sword in the game, and if you have this in normal mode, you win basically. It's really good, and I suggest using that. So that's it for these kits that I suggest. Okay, and finally guys, what perks you need to get first. These are the most important perks that I personally choose. Which ones that you guys should get first, because these will help you out if you are in the middle of a battle or something like that. First, Bulldozer. Bulldozer is a perk that gives you strength 1 for, I believe, 2 seconds when you first get it, and it really helps because if you are wanting to get on to like Shire and maps that are really close, like it really does help if you are wanting to get a strength kill chain for that. And if you have it maxed out, it gives you 5 seconds of strength 1. Now, Juggernaut. Juggernaut gives you regeneration 1 for a few seconds, and it is really helpful if you are, after you kill someone, if you have like low health, it gives you regeneration all the way to, for a few seconds, and it can get you back to full health super easily. The third one is Lucky Charm. Lucky Charm gives you a golden apple after a kill. It gives you a chance. It's not a guaranteed golden apple, but it is really helpful if you are low. Like I said, it's basically like Juggernaut, but it gives you a gapple and it gives you a few extra hearts if you are to do that. Black Magic. The Black Magic perk gives you an Ender Pearl after you kill someone. This one is I would put this at 2nd if I wanted to, but this is one that is really difficult to get, but it is really helpful because once you throw someone into the void, then you get you have a chance to get an Ender Pearl, and Ender Pearl is really helpful, and it's a perfectly fine Ender Pearl. It doesn't have slowness like the Enderman kit does, but it is really helpful because you can get stacks upon stacks upon stacks of Ender Pearls if you knock people into the void. Fifth is the Anoyamite, my bad. This spawns in a silverfish and a chance whenever you hit someone with a bow shot, and it really does help if you are trying to get those kills because it annoys them and they have to kill it, or otherwise they can knock him, the silverfish can knock them into the void, and then you have a chance to rush them. That's a really good perk to have. 6th, Revenge. Revenge has a chance to spawn in a spider after you die. So if you die, and if you die right next to them, it could spawn in a spider, which is really helpful because it could possibly get them an afterkill if they don't have enough armor or they're like 1 heart away. It could possibly kill them. Next is the Necromancer. The Necromancer has a chance to technically revive the player that you killed and make them a zombie, and then that's really helpful if you are wanting to, and you can equip them with armor, which is really cool, so they can have full diamond and they can have like a diamond sword, but it is really helpful if you are wanting to do that. Next, Ender Mastery. Ender Mastery has a it takes away reduction, or it reduces the amount of damage that you take by throwing an Ender Pearl. So let's say you have it maxed, which I have it maxed. It gives you 100% reduction to E-Pearl damage. So that means that I will take no damage when I throw an E-Pearl, which that happens sometimes, and it gets annoying because you can go from full health to no health, or if you're falling into the void and you have 1 heart, if you don't have this perk, then it will basically kill you because you take damage from it. throwing an ender pearl into a block. But this is really helpful if you are wanting to do that. Now, 9th, I have the Frost perk. The Frost perk is, it has a chance to give someone slowness 1 for a few seconds. And this is helpful whenever it's only when you shoot a bow, though. So it's not whenever you melee someone. Because that would be too OP. But it is really helpful if you are bowing someone and they're trying to rush you. Who knows, if you hit them once and they get slowness 1, you could possibly knock them into the void because they try to jump I don't know, a 1 block. But it's really helpful for that. 10th, I suggest robbery, because robbery can, if you don't have a weapon and you melee them, there's a chance that you can disarm them and take their weapon or whatever is in their hand. It can only be in their hand, so when you're meleeing someone, you could take their sword or their axe, whatever they're using, and it's really helpful for that reason. Next, Bridger. Bridger has a chance to for you to get a block back whenever you're building. So let's say you're building a bridge, which is the point of the Bridger perk, is if you do that, then let's say you have 1 block, you have a chance to get another block from that, technically get back your block. And so it's good if you don't have enough blocks and then you bridge to mid, which is what happens sometimes in my game, so I'm glad I have the perk. Next, arrow recovery. Arrow recovery, I can't say that, but arrow recovery has a chance for you to recover your arrows when you hit someone with your bow. So let's say you have 1 arrow and you hit them with your bow. You have a chance to get that arrow back, so it's really helpful for that reason. And the more you have, then the more arrows you will get back, and you won't have to waste many arrows. Blazing arrows gives you a chance to catch arrows on fire. And so like when you're shooting, it has a chance to shoot a fire arrow, which is what happens sometimes in the middle of the games, and it's really helpful because it can annoy them because they have to get a water bucket out or something like that. Instant smelting. Now these ones that are below here are some that these are the ones I don't suggest because they are really easy to get and they're not really that helpful. But instant smelting, like it says, it instantly smelts your item that you mine, and I think it's only 1 tier, so it's really easy to get this one, and it's a common, so it's like 15,000 coins, I think, and it just instantly smelts your like an iron or gold. It's really helpful if you are doing ranked more, but it's something. Environmental expertise. Environmental expertise reduces the damage that you take from environmental things, such as if you jump on, like, let's say you have, like, you can take no damage if you're falling from a certain height, or you could take low damage from that, and other things like that. I'm not really familiar with this one. I only have it like 1 or 2 tiers up, but it's something I get. And number 17, fat. Fat has it gives you 2 extra hearts, so it's basically like eating a gapple before the game starts, and you can get a certain amount of health before, so you'll get 2 golden hearts before the game starts, or when the game starts, and you can have it for almost like 20 seconds, I think. It's really helpful if you're wanting to rush someone. But the 18 is nourishment. Nourishment is a common one you most likely get when you're using the solo. This one gives you're not hungry from anything, so you won't have to worry about eating those steaks in the middle of a game. 19 is marksmanship. Marksmanship is really helpful because it's only helpful if you're in mainly normal mode, but it's helpful because it gives you power up. So like, let's say you have a no power bow, it gets you to power 1 after a certain, it gives you like after 2 kills, I believe it gives you power 1, but this is helpful only in really normal. And if you're if you get 2, let's say you have power 1 bow, it gives you to power 2 for 2 kills. Next is speed boost. Speed boost is just like it says, it gives you speed boost, I think at the beginning of the game, and it's not that helpful, but it's something if you want to rush people. 21, which is resistance boost. It's really helpful if you're wanting to rush. Again, like I said, it gives you a resistance boost at the beginning of the game. So you can get resistance 1 for like 15 seconds at the beginning of the game, and you can rush someone, and you'll take less damage from that person that you are trying to kill. The last one, which is the one that I hate the most, but it's really helpful if you are using like the enchanter kit or something like that. Now, the knowledge perk gives you, I believe, 1 set of knowledge when you first start out, but then it can give you like 5 knowledge boost. So you'll get a certain amount of experience, and it will give you a full experience thing. So you'll get one. You'll have enough to, like, I don't know, make a sharp one sword in the enchanter kit. I don't know how to explain this even better, but this is the kit, or this is the perk that I suggest. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. If you guys like this, then please hit the like button and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of this year. I am going to start uploading more, and I know I keep saying that, but I will eventually do that. And if you guys want to see more of these tutorials on how to get better at Skywars or Bed Wars or things like that, I can gladly do that. I loved doing this, actually. I loved editing it. It was fun. I loved doing the voiceover. If you guys want to see more voiceovers, then, you know, hit the like button and subscribe and do all that stuff. But yeah, if you guys want to see me do a doubles Skywars one, then I'll do that gladly. Or a laboratory one, slime, I don't know, stuff like that. If you guys want to see more of those, then you guys can please hit the like button and tell me in the comment section below. I would gladly like if you guys could interact with me and tell me which ones that you personally like and which ones you'd like to see more videos over. And if you guys want to see, and guys, just suggest stuff in the comment section below. What do you guys want to see from me? What do you guys want to see me record and upload on YouTube? I will gladly do that. I love communicating with you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.